viewers all over the world. For some of you that are seeing me for the first time, Ogbuefi Ezeana ugochitubelu na Oraifite, I'm an ancient high priest. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja na ugochitubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi lụkwazị ọlụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụgazi m onye isi nchụaja na ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission, bụrụ onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. N'ụbọchị taa n'oge awa nke isiokwu anyị ji wee bịa bụ stop blaming others for your failure. Yes. I'm here with a message to advise you to always own up for your failures. Because if you refuse because of lack of ignorance to own up for your failures, believe in me, you will never get perfect, you will never change. Because you can only learn and become better when you own up to your failures. Yes. So that you will be able to understand where you fail and what you must do to move from point A to point B. So begin today to learn, to understand how things work. That failing, that you failed in what you are doing, is not the end of the world. Many people, many successful people today has failed previously, countless times, before they perfect the system. So, but if you refuses to take my advice, imagine that thing ekulu, what Igbo adage says, and I quote, "Nezo nya agwanam nebu sinogodo apuku umunne," meaning people that refuses to learn will often make terrible mistakes, to the point that sometimes they can even carry shit in their clothes and nobody can even talk to them. Because over time, people will get tired of advising you. They will get tired of when they advise you, reject it. Always be open for correction. Always be open to learn. All this is what we look into, so that you will find out where your solution and where your problem lies. So as you are joining us, keep sharing it, keep inviting friends to hear from the horse's mouth. Before we dive into today's lecture, important announcements. Don't forget that we are still in the month of December. Our group ritual for the month is still ongoing. You can still join us anywhere you are all over the world. Distance is not a barrier in our spiritual work. This morning, I have gone to the temple to make declaration upon the lives of those that join us, our friends all over the world. The friends of the temple, the children of the temple, members of Ordinary Restoration Evangelical Mission and consecrated group. That's how we do it every day. Even this morning, I have gone to the temple to make declarations and sacrifices upon the lives of those that join us. We keep doing it this way till the last day of the month. We visit the rivers to offer sacrifices and plead on behalf of all. Then we proceed back to the temple to offer sacrifices to entities or powers in the temple. Believe in me, we started this group ritual over 4 years now. We have massive testimonies. So if you are interested in joining us, what you have to do is to chat me on WhatsApp. Make token donation to the account number. For their 3 prayer requests we place in the altar, making declaration and sacrifices for you till the month end. WhatsApp number, if you want to have any question to this lecture, reach me on my WhatsApp, via my WhatsApp, 0805 7837672. I repeat, 0805 7837672. Now let's proceed. This lecture will not be long. What you have to do is to tag your friends and well wishers. Believe in me, you will learn a lot from today's lecture. Remember, our topic of today is stop blaming others for your failure. I'm here to tell you that why you are failing is because you refuse to do the right thing. Once you do the right thing, believe in me, you will begin to succeed in life. And if you remain focused in what you do, believe in me, you will start getting results. But the problem of people of nowadays is refusing to accept their failure, their fault. If you are a businessman, there is something you are not doing well and you have ought to do that is bringing failure. It could be physical, it could be spiritual. The same way, if you're a hard work person, people are not listening to you, there must be something, no smoke without fire. It's either the cause of your problems, why you are not doing well, is either it's physical or it's spiritual. Something is wrong somewhere. If people keep avoiding you, nobody is willing to stick their necks for you. Nobody is willing to support you to the fullest. Something is wrong somewhere. It's either spiritual or physical. If people keep avoiding you systematically, nobody wants to associate with you, nobody wants to do business with you, nobody wants to support your dreams, my brother, my sister, two things is involved. It's either their problem is spiritual or your problem is physical. You must learn and find out where your problem lies. Ka ị ghara ịbụ onye isi, maka na onye isi latacha ụdara ọzọ taa n'ụkwụ ya dịkwa zọrọ ọzọ. If you want to be successful on earth, one thing you must build, and that is the first capital. Yes, that is the first capital. That first capital you have to build in order to succeed on earth is you must build a brand. You must build a brand. People must know you with one thing or the other. My question is, what did the people know you for? Yes. Did the people know you as a very honest person? Did the people know you as a very hard-working person? Did the people know you as a reliable person? Did also people know you as a comrade? Did people also know you as a dependable fellow? Did people know you as a confidant? Did people know you as a down-to-earth person? Did people know you as a wise person, an intelligent person? Did people know you as a God-fearing and honest fellow? Yeah, your response to these questions determine where your problem is coming from. Are you a type that always disappoints whoever that believed in you or whoever that invested in you? People, the problem of this generation is that everybody wants to blame somebody. People don't normally, they keep making excuses for their failures instead of asking themselves questions. Call themselves meeting. The meeting comprises your spirit, your soul, and your body. Begin to ask yourself the vital questions. What am I doing? What am I not doing right? What am I doing wrong? One thing that is very important is customer service. Did you build personal relations with you and the people that come across you? Or you have already built a character that is very stinking? That character that always make people to keep avoiding you. If you're a type that when people do something with you, they will never return, then you have a bigger problem. Call yourself meeting. Ask yourself these quite vital questions. Why am I not succeeding? Something is wrong somewhere. No smoke without fire. I know most people will always make excuses why their business is not functioning well, why their calling is not going well, why their marriages are not working. But something is wrong somewhere. Until you find out that thing that is making whatever you do not successful, you will never get out from it. Yes. Like me, I have called myself questions. I understand my challenges and I have decided to make it work. So the same thing with you. Find out where you are getting it wrong. Your problem, like I said before, could be spiritual or physical attributes. But first of all, ask yourself why those things is happening. Let me give you an example. If why you are failing is as a result of dishonest, the truth, the most vital truth is the truth you told yourself. You are a driver. You have worked in a couple of companies, and those companies you are working for, what did they know you for? You work in GEO and you were sacked. You move to God is good. You also sack. They sack you. You move to Libra company. They sack you. My brother, my sister, something is wrong. Now, what is wrong is ask yourself, why are they sacking you? Two things are involved. If the problem that why they are sacking you is because you are not honest, you always be found wanted. Company send you a message, you always like to cheat the company. Why they sack you? Is it all about your own fault because you are greedy, or you should just change the company? If that is one of the reasons why they sack you, then you have a bigger problem, because what it means is that you have character issue. But or you are incompetent, or you are not giving your best shot in what you do. Then, but if why they sack you is as a result of hatred, maybe no account was given, no reason was given, but your supervisor suddenly hates you for no reason. And if that supervisor is called upon to say what is your crime, the supervisor will say, I don't even know that, I just dislike that guy. Now, if that is the reason why they sack you in GEO, and the same reason why they sack you in God is good, and the same reason why they sack you in Libra, a man know that you never do well. If only you have checked And it's not because of your attitude, because it could be because of your attitude. Maybe you are saucy, maybe you don't have customer service, maybe you talk to your customers, passengers anyhow, and they keep reporting you to the head office. And if that is the case, then you have a bigger problem, because what you have is attitudinal problem. So you need attitudinal change. But some of you will not even look inside to know exactly where is the problem coming from. But if you look at the problem is coming from you, then I will advise you to change. Let me give you an instance that that something could be spiritual. Like this particular guy that just got married newly. He contacted me that he doesn't know that his wife is very beautiful. A beautiful damsel. But he told me 6 months down the line on the marriage, he totally lost interest in that particular wife. He doesn't have interest in her anymore. In fact, even if 2 of them are in the inner room as husband and wife, he will lose interest. Even his manhood will not be active. And it's not that his wife is not beautiful. So these things have been happening over and over times. And at a stage, he thought, what could be the problem of this? He went outside, and things get better outside. His manhood was active outside. And even if it's somebody that is even ugly compared to his wife, he came to me and now asked him to discuss the issue with the wife, so that 2 of them will be on the same page, so that the solution to his problem will come. And today, after putting them into series of counseling, also spiritual intervention, today I'm happy to announce to you that these couples are living fine now, because we did the needful. I don't know what you are passing through, but I can tell you that sometimes not doing the right thing can cost you what you cherish most. Your problem could be talking too much. Bible says that wherever there is too much talk, that it is not difficult to find iniquity in such place. What am I saying in essence? Always pay attention to people's complaints. Your customers, people that you normally do business with, people that you do cross their path. What are they saying about you? You must own up and decide to work on that particular aspect. Everything is not so this person is doing me, this person is doing me. What is trending now? Some people will be telling you that a cold one should not marry a cold one. Who does that? Who told you? The reason is that because of too much ego among the cold ones, too much competition. This person, the wife, will be claiming that he has more out than the husband. She will refuse to be submissive. 2 of them are doing competition. Who has more cord than other? So this unnecessary and unhealthy competition among called ones is one of the things that normally shatter marriages nowadays. Especially somebody that have already started work. Yes, there are some people that are naturally humble. But even if you, as a wife, you think that you have more calling than their husband, for the fact that you have already accepted to marry him, you should submit yourself under him and allow him to lead. That is the only way that union will work. But once you begin to compete with your husband, that marriage will be a shambles. There is no room for competition. And that competition is more among traditionalists. It's also among the pastors, yes. But among the traditionalists, it's so obvious. Among the modern pastors, you see some of them, even if they don't love themselves genuinely, but you see them pretending to do. Because of constant training, they have already understand the importance of coming together as under one umbrella. But among the called ones, we are finding it difficult to come under one umbrella because many have not passed through the tutelage of trainings that is required as a leader. And infighting become too much. That is one of the reasons why coming under one umbrella would be very difficult. Because of Ana. So what am I saying? Know exactly why you are failing as a wife. Know exactly why you failed as a man. Know exactly why you fail as a business mogul, business person. Always one customer service attitude. Even if you want to correct somebody with love. It counts. Unless if you constantly noticing insubordination, then you are free to let go. It's not a must that you will be friend to everybody. But try your best to always do the needful. And always keep friends that always add some things towards your vision, towards your growth. Friends that contribute. But the most important thing you tell yourself is that nobody asks you to have bad character. Nobody asks you not to be always appreciative. Nobody stops you from always minding your business. Some of these characters is what you learn either from friends you keep and what have you. And that could ruin whatever chances you have in life. Always remain focused. And you should learn exactly where your problem is coming from. If you're a businessman, you keep on dwelling in selling business your goods on credit. It's a bad omen. If you keep doing like that, I will tell you that sooner or later you will face terrible credit debit that can shock their business. Tomorrow you will be looking for who to blame. Customer service, how do you relate with your customers? When customers complain, do you really pay attention to know exactly where their problem comes from? There are some certain things, the do's and don'ts that is forbidden. Your business, how do you focus on your business? Remember the power of consistency. You always pay attention to what you do and give it their best shot. If you want to succeed in life, whatever you are doing, give it your best. Giving it low current, using maybe giving 50% current to whatever you are doing will not help you. Why you are failing could be because you have this attitude of lazy attitude. You don't pay attention to details. You always like to do your own thing. Agbara aka atụ ihe na-ata alụ. Whenever you want to be great, depending on where you want to be in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years to come, where do you want to be? Now, if you want to be great, you put a serious effort that will commensurate with the height you are pursuing. Pay attention legitimately to details. Stop blaming others whenever you fail. Whenever you fail, take the responsibility that I failed because I did not do the needful. I did not pay attention to details. If you are a type that always pay attention to details, people will always be ready to correct you when you go wrong, knowing fully well that you are a type, very attentive person that you always listen whenever your attention is called upon. So what I'm telling you is that stop blaming others. Learn customer service. How do you talk to your customers, people that cross your path? How do you talk to them? Stop talking to them rudely. Because if you are talking to them rudely, you will constantly losing destiny helpers. Because your destiny helpers will always come unannounced. What you have been praying for, when the forces of nature want to solve your problem, all mad okay, Jaka, they will still use human beings, somebody you are seeing. They will use somebody to deliver that your message to you. But when their destiny comes and you do not welcome your destiny very well, you lose it. No amount of prayers will solve this problem. It's because what you have is character issue. My advice is, first of all, whenever you fail, whenever you lose a close comrade, a close partner, ask yourself, why did I lose this person? And be responsible. Accept your failures. Stop making unnecessary excuses. Because if you keep making unnecessary excuses, people will always see you as you are above, uncontrollable, that you don't take advices, that it is very difficult for them to lead you, because you will not even allow them to lead. And the only option for them is to make a retreat. So whenever things are not working the way you wanted it, why is it so? There must be something they are doing wrong. And I can tell you, a stitch in time saves 9. Forget about what you have lost in the past. Begin today to make determination that you will not lose more. O study man, even at slow study man or the barabo. Check the caliber of people you are following. Check the people you are following. These people is it the people that will give you good advice? Is it good people that will always guide you at the right path? Largely, by the type of people you follow, you keep as friends, determines how far you can go in life. Who are people you are following? Are there people that have negative influence in your life? Stop blaming others for your failure. When you fail, go inside yourself and call yourself meeting and decide where did I get it wrong. There is a young man that approached me the other day, was telling me that his business is going down. I asked him, did you notice that your money is missing? He said no. Are you selling at all? He said yes. But at the end of the year, he will not achieve much. I now gave him some assignment, 1 month assignment. And that 1 month assignment is for him to begin to take record day to day of his business. I gave him a mandate to begin to take note of how much he makes daily and how much he spends daily. At the end of the day, because he used to accuse his uncle, who happens to be his oga, former oga, the one that settled him. He used to accuse the man that maybe the man is why his business is not moving. I said no. After checking, I told him no. That the problem is not from where you are pointing accusing finger. I gave him a condition that he should be taking note of how much he make every day and how much he spends. Believe in me, this guy is every day he closes work, he will end up in beer parlor, where he used to spend thousands every night. He takes pepper soup and the beer and everything. Sometimes he will buy for others. So by so doing, by the time he do the mathematics, he now find out that he is spending almost all the money he made every day. Example, he made 1 naira, he made 10 naira, he spent 9 naira. He will not grow. And when I now begin to give him the tips of business and to stop curtailing the expenditure, to stop spending when it's not necessary. And believe in me, to God be the glory. Since last 2 years, this guy made this guy, believe in me, today the guy is doing well. Because he have already curtailed excesses. Upon ego ne mother batabi no ego ne ki save them. It's not how much you make is most important thing, not how much do you save. Immediately when I came out of school, I gave myself mandate that there is some certain lifestyle I avoided them. Those lifestyle that will make you to always spending unnecessarily. I gave myself a mandate that, look, money I will only be spending is feeding myself moderately, then living a moderate lifestyle, because that will give me an ample time to save more money. You know that there are some people today, they don't want 5 million naira in both assets, cash, and their business, what they stand for. But they have spent not less than 500 to 1 million naira in buying phone for their friends. Maybe if it's a man, to get friends. Trying to please the girlfriend. If that is not how to grow, what you have to do is set your vision and don't allow anybody to distract you from achieving that your mission. Believe in me, once you become successful, real friends that will match your success will come. But you must have what I call fiscal management, prudent management. You must learn it so that you know whether you are actually making this money or you are making this money and squandering it. There are two different things. It's either you are not making this money or you are making this money and something is taking those money away from you. But sometimes some people will be saying that they are toiling in vain. Sometimes you are toiling, they are not making anything because the business you are doing right now is not where it's supposed to be. Maybe you are destined to be a handwork person and you find yourself, you dive into business. You will never succeed. So my brother, my sister, know exactly where you are failing. And that's when you understand where you are failing, it will put a stop to it. You put a stop to it. Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture or you want us to do deep consultation for you, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 7837672. I repeat 0805 7837672. Let us pray. Ekwem, ekwem, ekwem. Ekwerem na Chineke. Ekwerem na ọ dịghị ihe siri m ike nke Chineke na-apụghị ezi m ụzọ m ga-esi lụgbuo ya n'ihi na ọ mazuru ihe niile. Obi m siri ike na Chineke emeworo m ya gazie. May the blessing of Chukwuoke pụrụ ime ihe niile be with you all. May you be prospering. May you be favored. May you be protected now and forevermore. Ya gazie, remain blessed.